Welcome, I'm Mr. Andrews, and over the next couple of minutes or so, I'm going to take you through the EdXLB GCSE Geography course. So why study geography? Well, it's one of those subjects that gives you more knowledge and understanding about our surroundings and the planet that we live in. If you've ever wondered about any of these questions, so about why, for example, we have rich and poor places, or about the climate, the weather that we've got in the United Kingdom, or perhaps you've got an interest in the environment, or care about different ways that you could improve the planet. If any of these things are answers that you might give as yes, then geography could definitely be for you. Geography is one of the most employable subjects when it comes to university, for example. And the reason for this is the range of skills and knowledge and understanding that you need to be successful in the subject. So being successful in geography at GCSE shows that you've got excellent math skills, you can write really well, you understand the science of the planet, you can analyse data, maps and so on. And as a result, the jobs that you can see here, being incredibly wide-ranging, is a result of those skills that you learn during the course. So we've got lots of different examples here from a human geography perspective to do with development and so on, all the way through to perhaps more environmental things as well. So have a look, you might want to pause on this slide to have a look at some of the types of jobs and whether they perhaps are an interest to you. So there are 3 exams in GCSE Geography. So the first one is a Global Geographical Issues one. It's 1 hour 30. I'll be taking you through the topics in a moment. A UK Geographical Issues, again 1 hour and 30. And finally one which brings together all of your knowledge and understanding, which is also 1 hour and 30. And this then is the specification at a bit of a glance. What you'll be expected to learn and understand. So paper 1, that Global Geographical Issues, you'll be learning about different natural hazards such as climate change and volcanoes and earthquakes before looking at some of the other global challenges such as development or urbanisation, so the rapid expanse of towns and cities. Paper 2 is then looking at the United Kingdom. So it's looking at different issues like the geology, so why we have mountains where we do in the UK, for example. Then looking at rivers and coasts, the different processes, the management that goes on within those. Then finally, looking at UK human towns and cities, so how they've grown, for example, so particularly focusing on London as a case study. Paper 3 is that making a geographical decision. And in this paper, you're going to be looking at 3 different topics. So the biosphere, so all the plants and animals that exist in different parts of the world, different ecosystems and so on. The forests, looking in detail at the management of these, and then to do with energy as well. And in those 3 topics, you'll be answering questions, followed by making a decision about what you think should happen in a particular location based on everything you know and understand. The final part then is doing some field work as well. And you're expected to do a day in an urban location and a day in a physical location. And that'll be part of paper 2, where you'll be assessed on what you did on those days. The best way to find out further information is, of course, to speak to your teachers. So myself, Mr. Andrews, and Mr. Rowe, who will be able to tell you everything you could possibly want to know about geography. But also, you may want to have a look at the specification in more detail. So you can obviously access this by either Googling EdXL Geography B specification or type in that link in there. And you may also want to know about the value of geography. And the Royal Geographical Society has done a fantastic piece on this, which again you can access. And if you'd like to find out more, you can obviously email myself and I'll be able to answer any of your questions that you have. So jandrews@manor.school. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen.